That's Jays manager John Schneider speaking to a tough loss for the Blue Jays last night. The team falling short of their first chance to clinch the World Series in Game 6 against the LA Dodgers. That means a deciding Game 7 will go tonight. The first pitch is set for just after 8 p.m. Eastern in Toronto. With me now is Rich GriffIn, baseball analyst and co-host of the Exit Philosophy podcast. Morning, Rich.
Morning, Matt.
A tough one, clearly, right, for the Jays last night, especially the way that it ended, how quickly it ended, runners at second and third with nobody out. Take me through your thoughts on the ending. You know, Addison Barger owning up to that and getting doubled off to end the game, but a tough one, especially in Game 6 of the World Series.
Yeah, it was a true 21st century ending with the game ending on a video review, which has never happened in the old days. But Addison Barger was just trying to be aggressive. He thought if the ball dropped in, he would be able to score the tying run. But on this night, there was no Joe Carter moment. There was no Game 6 heroics as there were in both 1992 and 93. So this is the first time the Jays are forced to go to a Game 7, and we'll see how that turns out. But it began really emotionally with the national anthem being robustly sung by 44,000 people, proudly repping their team. And it looked like it was going to be another Halloween miracle, but it didn't happen. As you point out, the game ended so quickly on an aggressive base running mistake by Barger, young player who has another chance tonight to come through and turn it around in Game 7.
Yeah, this team has been so good at responding too, right, Rich? Like right throughout not just the playoffs, but the entire season. They haven't let necessarily one loss. You know, the music was on in the clubhouse last night. It seems, and hopefully they're going to be able to respond tonight.
Yeah, as you point out, it's happened all season where you think they're out of it. You think they're not going to be able to win the East Division, which they ended up doing by tying the Yankees and having a tiebreaker. But it involved even the Dodgers in the final game of the regular season at Dodger Stadium, where Mason Fluharty came in unexpectedly, struck out Ohtani, and got Mookie Betts to ground into a double play. And I think that was one of those turning points that you referred to. So they're looking for that same sort of feeling. And the music was on in the clubhouse, as you point out, which doesn't usually happen when you lose a game. But they feel like they have to maintain the same atmosphere that they do when they're winning. So it's looking optimistic for Game 7. As one of those fans pointed out, Yamamoto is not pitching definitely, which gives him an advantage. I mean, he's 2-0. He's been brilliant in the postseason and in the World Series. So we'll see how it goes on Saturday night.
Yeah, the Jays have to be very excited that they're not going to see Yoshi Yamamoto on the mound for Game 7. You know, give me your thoughts. And, you know, possibly it looks like Shohei Ohtani is going to start for the Dodgers, which would maybe make the most sense. It's going to be Max Scherzer for the Blue Jays, but everyone is available. This is it. Final game. You know, this is what, you know, players and everyone dreams about, Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah, and it makes sense that Ohtani would start because he's the DH. And if he comes in relief and he's one of those all-hands-on-deck pitchers, then they would lose the DH. And that would be a different situation for the Dodgers. So it makes sense that he'll start and probably go once through the lineup, maybe 3 innings. And then it'll be the rest of the bullpen against the Blue Jays, Max Scherzer, and the rest of their bullpen. So we'll see. It'll be a battle of managers and Dave Roberts against John Schneider. So we'll see how that goes. But there's no doubt it will be exciting and teeth gnashing for a lot of Blue Jays fans across the country.
The Rogers Center likely to be rocking again. But again, yeah, lots of stress. Rich GriffIn, appreciate your time this morning. Thanks, Rich.
Okay, thanks, Matt.